Okay, viewers, this is the one that connects to the IF can. Pretty sure it's the oscillator tube. It's an AWA, made by AWA, but it's a Radiotron high gain 6AR7 GT. So damn, writing's smudged off here, damn it. 6AR7 GT Radiotron, made in Australia, 1/4 FE. Yeah, it's a lot cleaner. This is some sort of crap. It's been outside, so stuff's dust just baked on top of the valves. So it takes a while to get them clean. Yeah, so now we do that one here. Okay, viewers, that's the second stage IF tube. Came up alright. Some of the stuff's a bit hard to get off. I gave it a good polish with a wire brush. This steel wool very carefully, because that's the grid connector. You can see that goes down into the middle of the tube, called a grid cap. So that, there we go, only goes one way. They look much better when they're polished. Alright, this is dried bad. This is foam, it's just dried out. I had a good inspection. The wires and the transformer is all good, hasn't degraded. But the other wires that are degraded are actually still perfectly intact. They're not shorting out or anything, so that's good. Providing I don't keep touching and bumping them, be fine. But yeah, it's just all clean this glass up now. And the printing is on the back. I'm only going to do the front here. Now turpentine will clean that paint off. I've got to use it very little bit, because if anything goes at the back, it might take those numbers off. So be very careful. Now, if I wanted to, I could get the wire brush and just brush the chassis and clean all that mess off it. But because this is such a delicate old radio, I'm going to be very careful and probably best not to. Just leave it as it is. So clean the valves so they can cool better, and yeah, and they look really nice then. Amazing, the IF stage is still intact. Like, the stations are picking up good, so that's good. I'm convinced this is actually plastic, so that's actually pressing pretty hard and it's flexing. Flexing. Don't know if it's glass or plastic there. It's flexing pretty, a lot of flex in that, the way I put it together. So yeah, it's all working good. Except for that, that's the only thing that's wrong with it. This wire slips. Yeah. Just a good look over the set. 5-valve radio. Everything's made by AWA. Whole lot's all original. So yeah, let's get this fascia cleaned. Give it a good dusting, and I'll put it back in the cabinet once I clean it out and see how it looks and how it works in there. Okay, viewers, well, so clean she looks. This stuff is a bit hard to scrub off, but got most of it off. Looks much better in there. Nice clean valves. Looks much better. Obviously a Bakelite case. Now I gotta push those knobs back on. I'll do that last. Now I gotta put it back together and I'll give it a final test. Okay, viewers, all back together. Time to switch on. Yeah, the first time I plugged it in it was on and it had this turned off. It's a bit sticky, but I think it's good. Got some contact cleaner in it. A little bit of silicone spray in the shaft. She turns on nicely. Pick up, little dot on the top of here. Points that way for pick up, which is written here. And to turn it that way, the dot points that way for medium wave. Just trying to get how that works. So now I've got that. They're all lit up. I've got some radio. That's better. Much easier to turn. Very quiet. Nice and loud. And it plays a classic really nice. Tone works. Got a little standing knife blade and scrape, very carefully scrape the paint off and polish it off with turpentine. Then went over it with some methylated spirits. See, it points that way. Now our connections, it tells us the external speaker goes there. We don't have the right type of speaker for this, so I can't use that. That's pickup for your gramophone needle goes in there. And it's got earth and the antenna, that top one. External antenna only on this one, there's that bit of wire. It's the hard part, getting this bit to move. Yeah, that's what gets stuck there. See as I chin it there, the wire is too loose in it. The line just slips. Yeah. That's a problem with the tuning wire. Now I've got to fix the tuning line up. Dial cord. Other than that, she works good. Yeah, see? So as I chin here, the dial runs out. So I'll fix that. Yeah, it gets stuck. There you go. Damn tone gets stuck on and ding, clicks off. I'll get this tuning sorted out, then we'll list it on this other end of the band here, see what we can pick up here. Okay, viewers, I think I got the plug that fits that too. I've got a little plug in here I showed in my electrical fittings collection video. It looks exactly like it's going to fit into that socket in the back of that radio. I think that's just an external power connection for a gramophone. Where is it? It's in there somewhere. Gotta work on getting this gotta work on getting this place tidy. And that should fit in there. And it does. And that's rated at 15 amp, 125 volt. Fits in that socket, so that's external adapter for your gramophone. Although the clips in there are different. It doesn't actually want to go all the way in. But yeah, well, it looks something like that. And the gramophone plugs into there. And plugs into the speaker part, plugs in there. So when you turn that off, it's yeah. External, it's powered by the same. Yeah, one cord powers two things. Okay, I got this plug sorted out. I got to turn the wheel by hand as I'm going along. So let's turn this thing on. Look at that, the valves look nice and clean. Five of them's here, so it's a bit off. Alignment's a bit out.
Business groups have stepped up their demands for compensation, saying the tax will cost jobs if industry isn't protected. The latest opinion poll shows
very dull glow for that one.
Don't support the carbon tax, and Labor's primary vote has fallen to just 30%.
That one's glowing. That one's glowing. That one's glowing. A little valve in there is glowing next to that capacitor.
If you look at all the hard reforms that have occurred, as the debate has begun, there's been unity getting support for. Once the reform occurs,
the volume is not very good in the weak stations, so that's the only drawback with this. That's as loud as it goes on the weak stations.
Australia
Oh, there you go. I'll plug it in with something that's... Yeah,
unproductive for the future
that's better.
of the country. Former Federal Labor candidate Nicole
Yeah, my antenna. Use a TV area or made it. If I make a big antenna, this will work great. There we go, my radar not works good.
Program before the game in 2008 when presenter Malloy comment that questioned her fidelity.
Yeah, it's more the antenna now.
Trump said it was a dirty joke at his
Now it's slipping again.
And Mr. Malloy's comment was offensive, loutish and rude. Mrs. Married Graham Corns told the court she was
be careful when I touch chassis on old radios.
She said
Could
it was
get a nasty shock, so you be careful there.
and she felt sexually ridiculed. Mrs. Corns, who works as a lawyer and political advisor, said she felt the comments would damage her political aspirations.
String's not clipping on the main wheel on there, so...
May get 3 players back from injury.
Yeah, she works good. Let's change on my local station. Turn it down first, so it's going to be pretty loud.
Just stumbled across this list of things required to make a great bottle shop.
1. The coldest drinks in town.
2. Drive-through with F-Boss to your car.
3.
Much louder. With a better antenna, this thing will be very loud.
5. Locally owned.
6. Competitive special orders.
7. Fast service and
8.
Speakers are tiny, a little bit.
It's the Gateway Drive-Through Bottle Shop. Locally owned for over 20 years. 15th Street, Mildura. Call in for a pit stop today. 3, 2, 1.
Well, I'm very impressed with that. Nice, loud volume, good tone, good reception.
Whether you've got your mates around to watch the game.
That works.
Night in with a special someone.
Other than that capacitor, this is all fixed.
Into the old Aero bottle shop.
So yeah,
Before you know it, you'll be saying, you.
thanks for watching.
The old Aero bottle shop, corner of 11th and Riverside.